Hey, this is Jim with Diesel Geek, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare the front to back shifter bracket for the MQ250 Sigma shifter. This is a 5-speed shifter from about 2006 to 2019. This is the front to back bracket here, and it's virtually the same as before. The only difference is instead of using 4 screws and nuts for the cable clamp as before, we're using the same 4 screws, but we're switching to a super convenient nut bar. This is a bar that holds it's for all 4 of the screws to screw into. So instead of holding individual nuts on the bottom of the cable end while you're tightening the screws, you're just going to be screwing the screws into the nut bar. This will greatly reduce the amount of time that it takes to install the shifter. So to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to just position the nut bar on the bottom of the cable end like that, and just match up the features on the edges and get the first screw and then just go through the cable end and thread it into the first hole, and then get the next screw and thread it in and just thread it into the other end, so, like so. And then you can get the last 2 screws and put them in. And then just use, you can use a nut driver, and you want to go ahead and you want to bring them all the way down to where they're not tight, but they're right up against the metal, and that will prepare you for installing the shifter, like so. And the reason why I'm having you do that is so that you can see that in the cable end has a feature, it's a spreading feature, and the reason for that is that we drill the cable ends to be exactly the right size for the cable, the shift cable. This is a piece of shift cable right here. So as you can see here, without the spreading screw, I can't get the cable out. This particular cable is a little bit bigger than usual, and so what you do is you take the 6mm screw that we provide, and every one of these holes is threaded for 6mm by 1.0, which is bigger than these screws that we're using to clamp the thing. So what you do is you just thread one of the 6mm screw in, and then you put the thin washer in the gap like that, and then you snug the screw up with your hand, and then you just take a 5mm Allen, and then you just have to turn it just a little bit, and that'll spread open the gap, and that makes it easy to get the cable end out. And when you go to adjust the shifter, you need the shifter to move freely you need the cable to move freely inside the cable end in order to get a good adjustment. If your cable happens to be tight, and there are some MQB cars from 2015 and newer that have slightly oversized cables, if they are slightly tight, you can use the spreading mechanism to open the cable end up a little bit and allow the cable to go in and out freely, which is what you need when you do the alignment procedure. So once you do that, once you do the alignment procedure, you can just use this 5mm Allen to once you get the transmission locked and the mechanism inside the cabin locked, you can go ahead and just remove the clamping screw, and that will kind of hold the cable to where then you can go ahead and put in the last clamping screw in here, and then just clamp these down. So I wanted to show you that, and that's pretty much the lowdown for putting together the front to back for the front to back, or for the Sigma 5, Mark 5, Mark 6, Mark 7. This is for the MQ250 transmission. And that's pretty much it.